Welcome to Cadwell Park. We're here for the fourth running of the Sidecar Revival meeting. Glorious weather, stiff breeze, a good crowd as always. It's a popular event with the fans and a good gathering of mixed F2s and F1s, but we're here to talk about the Molson Group F1 Championship. 3 races on the programme and a massive crowd gathering as the teams lined up on the grid for the opening race. Pole position in a sub-lap record time for Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement on the Santander Salt Bike. There they are, the number 6. Championship leaders Sam and Tom Christie and Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney will be giving them a hard time, we hope. Watch the lights then, and from pole position Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement perfectly poised to get into coppice, and they sweep across to stop any overtaking move on the inside. Blackstock rocketing past the Christie brothers. Blackstock and Rosney had such a good championship lead for the first couple of rounds, and it all went wrong for them at Brands Hatch with a DNF, and they dropped down the order into second. Christie's leading the championship, coming to this point, an 8-point gap separating these 3 outfits on track in the championship as we start. 4th place for George Holden and Oscar Lawrence. A good crowd here. Andy Peach, Ken Edwards in new Gulf livery, but they've had a torrid time blowing engines up right, left and centre. Let's hope they have more luck here at Cadwell Park. On board with Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney down into the gooseneck, sweeping out of Mansfield, along then towards the chicane. Many of these bends at Cadwell Park named after Wilkinson family members. This track, of course, started by Howard Wilkinson for his 2 sons to race motorcycles on. Up the mountain, Blackstock and Rosney in pursuit of Ellis and Emmanuel Clement into all bends. Just look how the passengers move here, right to left, not too much passengering on that left at the old hairpin, round the old hairpin and then down towards Barn. A late apex here works. If you go in too early, you'll run wide. Blackstock, Christie's, Holden, Rob Biggs, Simon Robinson, the number 19. He and Mick Fairhurst going strongly in 6th place here at the moment. Jason Pitt doing the honours for Rob Biggs this weekend. Standing in, Rob Biggs has had all sorts of passenger woes and plans to use Adam Christie from Snetterton onwards, although Jason Pitt doing a great job here. George Holden, Oscar Lawrence, another team going well. They're hanging on to the top 3. In fact, they're not letting Christie's go. You can see the top 6 flashing through your picture. Back on board with 2nd place, Blackstock and Rosney. Ellis and Clement not getting away here. Blackstock knows that they've got to stay with them. They are trailing now in the points, so they need to do something after their fiasco at Brands Hatch. They need to score every single race, that is a certainty. Rest of the crew's filing through. Andy Peach at the back there, Craig Hawkswell and Derek Taylor bringing up the rear. But back at the front, moving through the woods here and then down to the old hairpin once again. Blackstock, Rosney not letting Todd Ellis get away. Already in qualifying under the lap record, and they have done it again. 1:32.099, a new race record for Todd Ellis, replacing the Birchells 1:32.253. Kevin Cable, Charlie Richardson, ahead of Rupert Archer, Phil Hyde. Then it's Craig Clark and Andy Peach, but the top 1, 2, 3, 4, you could just see them back down Park Straight, Park Corner here now, and then along to Chris Curve. Chris Curve, the right-hander, before they drop away down the hill through the gooseneck. They're at it now. Blackstock and Rosney with Sam and Tom Christie, and a little bit further back, George Holden and Oscar Lawrence holding a very strong 4th place. There's still that battle between Clark and Andy Peach. Ken Edwards, distinctive number 4, but lovely livery that is. Andy Peach this weekend purchased a whole quantity of the Roger Body Fan Club badges for distribution around the paddock, and most of the teams wearing them, as you would think. Sam and Tom Christie then now closing on the back of Blackstock and Rosny into the bottom of the mountain, flicking it right and squirting it up over the top, keeping the front as close to the tarmac as possible. No tarmac, no steering. And you need steering on an outfit, maybe more than a solo at that point. Through Hall Bends. Wiggling down now to the old hairpin. It's very, very quick passenger movement there. That's a good barn corner for Sam and Tom Christie. Over the line they go. Christie's a very tightly knit family group. And the paddock board getting the information out to the teams. Simon Robertson, Mick Fairhurst going over. And the rest of the crew's filing through. There goes Beach. There he is. Still this battle then raging. Ellis and Clement away with it now, 25 points their target, 3 races this weekend, so potentially 75 points up for grabs for them. And they do need to score serious points because they will miss the Donington round due to a world clash with Oshersley. Christie's looking at Blackstock. Is there a move on here? Down towards the chicane. Well, there's no room at the chicane, I can tell you. George Holden, Oscar Lawrence in a respectable 4th place. But Blackstock needs to maximise the points. The lap record already gone now. So a brand new record. And the 500 record here, held by previously Kershaw 132.2. Back in 2011, Tim Reeves, Greg Clues claimed a 131.947. But I'm going to interrupt myself because enough of the stats. Look at this. Christie on Blackstock as they come into Coppice and through they go. That was an amazing move at Charlie's now then. Charlie's and away down Park Straight they will go. What a move. Blackstock down to 3rd. Sam and Tom Christie up to 2nd place now in a 20-point position. And that will be damage limitation for them because Ellis and Clement are now 25 points the better at the moment. A great move by the Christies, and they have really got faster and faster this year. Adam Christie, of course, started 2021 with his brother Sam, but was then injured at Thruxton, and we go there next. This is Rob Biggs and Jason Pitt on the other Santander Salt Yamaha. They've had a few problems with the bike losing power when it gets hot. Doesn't appear to be suffering too much at the moment. Well, looking like they could be lapped, having said that. George Holden, Oscar Lawrence. A bit of a lonely ride for them, but a good solid 4th place, blissfully unaware of what was happening in front. Great action between the Christies and Blackstock. But good solid points for this pair. 4th in the championship. Over the line, Ellis. 2nd place then, Sam and Tom Christie. About 4 seconds adrift. Then it's Blackstock and Rosley, a further 3 seconds back. Then George Holden and Oscar Lawrence. Here they come. Rob Biggs and Jason Pitt. Last lap flag out. And it's a pretty comprehensive victory here. All they have to do now is half a lap of the 2.25 mile Cadwell Park circuit. Half a lap remaining to bring it home for Ellis and Clement. 3rd place for these guys on the Express Tyres Yamaha. And Holden Racing Kawasaki, the only Kawasaki in the race for George Holden and Oscar Lawrence. Into the chicane for the final time. And then a sprint along to the bottom of the mountain. Emmanuel Clement likes it here at Cadwell Park. It's Todd Ellis's local circuit, his favourite circuit. And they go well here. Not the widest track in the world, as you can see. And not a great deal of room in the woodland section for these sidecars. At the old hairpin. Round they go, then the dash down towards Barn. Safely round, checkered flag in sight for Ellison Clement. Impressive victory in race 1 here at the 2022 Cadwell Sidecar Revival. Runners up, Sam and Tom Christie. They'll be happy with that. Bringing it down for third place, Blackstock and Rosney. Fourth for Holden and Lawrence. And Blackstock and Rosney were slipping back there. Holden and Lawrence in with a chance of catching 8 seconds the gap. That's the winning margin. Blackstock, Holden, 2 seconds adrift. Biggs, 5th. Robinson, Cable, Archer, Clark, and Andy Peach, Ken Edwards running out the top 10. Hawkswell and Taylor get points, a lap adrift.